Welcome to The Cut Above. Quick note before we start. Douglas and I are AI avatars, digital hosts. Now, I'm Zoltan, and today I'm sitting across from a man whose surname is almost too on the nose, Douglas Butcher.
3 generations back, a butcher became a butcher. The name came first, the cleaver came second. My grandfather always said the universe sent him a memo.
Here's the thing that bogs me. Everyone argues about meat, good for you, bad for you, and nobody says the obvious bit. A supermarket pack and a properly raised cut are barely the same food.
They're not the same food. That's the whole game. We say meat like it's one ingredient. It's the end product of how an animal lived, what it ate, and what happened to it after.
So define it for me. When you say high quality meat, what do you actually mean? Because people just picture an expensive label.
4 things stacked up. 1, the animal's life. Was it on pasture, eating what it's built to eat? 2, what's absent? No routine antibiotics, no added hormones. 3, the breed. 4, the craft after, the hanging, the aging, the cut.
So quality isn't a sticker, it's a chain.
It's a chain, only as strong as its weakest link. The label gets you in the door, it doesn't finish the job. And good husbandry costs money, which is why quality and price tend to track together, even though they're not the same thing.
Let's do the part everyone wants. Why should I care, nutritionally, whether my steak walked around a field?
Start with fat, because that's where the biggest differences live. Fat's been let out on parole, and the type matters enormously. Put an animal on grass, and the fat profile shifts.
And the ratio between the fats matters.
That's the part people miss. Grass-finished meat has more omega-3 and a much friendlier omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. You won't hit your omega-3 targets from steak alone. Fish is still king, but you're moving the right way instead of the wrong way.
Okay, what about the lean, the actual protein and minerals?
This is the underrated bit, bioavailability. What your body can actually absorb, not just what's on the label. Meat gives you heme iron, the most absorbable form. Iron deficiency is everywhere. Red meat is one of the most efficient ways to fix it.
And the famous one, B12.
B12 is essentially an animal food nutrient, critical for your nerves and blood. Same story with zinc, selenium, a stack of B vitamins. Calorie for calorie, red meat is one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat.
Does quality move those numbers, or is that mostly the fat story?
I'll be straight with you. The biggest, clearest differences are in the fat. The lean is modestly better, not night and day. But modestly better across a whole life isn't nothing.
I appreciate you not flattening it into a sales pitch.
If I lie to you about the small stuff, why would you believe me about the big stuff?
Protein's having a real cultural moment. Everyone's obsessed.
And meat's the gold standard. It's a complete protein, the whole amino acid alphabet in one bite. And it's rich in leucine, the amino acid that actually triggers your body to build muscle.
So this isn't just a gym thing.
It's an I'd like to carry my own shopping at 80 thing. Holding on to muscle as you age is one of the strongest predictors of staying independent.
Before we started, you mentioned the stuff nobody talks about.
Compounds you basically only get from animal foods: creatine, carnosine, taurine, carnitine. You can get the protein elsewhere. The full package is harder to replicate.
Let's talk about the parts that have fallen out of fashion, because I suspect the muscle meat isn't even the impressive bit.
You set me up perfectly. Organ meats. Liver especially is one of the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth. Vitamin A, B12, folate, iron, copper, at levels that make a steak look casual.
And this is where quality really matters.
Most of all. The liver's a working organ, so if you're going to eat it, you want it from a clean, well-raised animal. Nose to tail eating and good sourcing are joined at the hip.
There's also the unglamorous stuff, bones.
That's where collagen and glycine live. We eat very muscle-heavy these days and skip the rest. The cheaper, slower cuts give you a totally different nutritional profile, and they were the food of thrift, not luxury.
Which is the irony? The premium conversation and the frugal one turn out to be the same conversation.
Use the whole animal, respect it, and you eat better and cheaper. That's the secret the industrial system buried, because it's more profitable to sell everyone the same 4 trendy cuts.
Let's give the pleasure side its due. Start me with marbling.
Marbling is fat running through the muscle, not around it. As it cooks, it melts, bastes the meat from the inside, and carries flavor. A well-marbled cut basically self-seasons.
And Wagyu's the poster child.
Wagyu's marbling taken to the extreme, and its fat is unusually high in monounsaturated fat, the olive oil kind, with a low melting point. It practically dissolves on your tongue. It's an experience.
Now, dry aging. People pay a fortune, and I'm not sure they know why.
It's controlled transformation. The meat hangs in cold, humidity-controlled air for weeks. Moisture evaporates, so the flavor concentrates, and the animal's own enzymes slowly tenderize it and build these deep, nutty, savory notes. People say it tastes more like beef than beef.
And you can't fake it.
You can't rush it or fake it. The industrial logic adds water and sells fast. Aging removes water and sells slow. The best food sits on the patient side of that line.
I want to make space for the parts that aren't about your dinner. The animal, the planet.
And we should. If you're going to eat an animal, you owe it a good life and a clean death. One on pasture, in the sun, is a fundamentally different moral proposition to one that never sees daylight.
The environment is where it gets genuinely contested.
It is, and I'll be fair. Industrial production has real costs. I won't pretend otherwise, but well-managed regenerative grazing can actually build soil and cycle nutrients. The carbon maths is genuinely still debated. The point is, the conversation shouldn't be meat, yes or no. It should be what kind, raised how.
So buy better, not necessarily more.
Buy better, not more. If everyone bought half as much but twice the quality, the animals, the farmers, the land and the people all come out ahead. That's my whole sermon in one sentence.
Land the plane for me. Someone's listening on a normal budget thinking, fine, but how do I actually do this?
5 things. 1. Find a real butcher or farm shop and ask where the animal came from. 2. Embrace the cheaper cuts. Shin, oxtail, cheek, offal, cooked slowly, are spectacular and often more nutritious. 3. Buy less or split a whole animal share, far cheaper per kilo. 4. Judge the meat itself, not the label. 5. Cook it with respect. Season properly, don't overcook, and rest it.
Buy better, not more. Love the cheap cuts. Look at the meat. Cook it like you mean it.
That's the whole thing.
I came in expecting us to argue about whether meat's good or bad, and you've reframed the whole question. It's not about meat, it's about quality and paying attention to where your food comes from.
Pay attention. Ask where it came from. Respect the animal, the craft, the cooking. Do that and you'll eat some of the best food of your life.
Douglas Butcher, thank you. And that's the show. I'm Zoltan. See you next week.om.